Make it cranberry and make it tipsy. It's the holiday season and you need a cocktail. I want to welcome back Corey Dillon, our friend from New Country 1015, who hosts Workdays, as we are back in the Throwback Nation Radio kitchen, and we're doing cocktails again this month here, Corey, and we're doing Christmas cocktails and doing this cranberry thing up.
Yes.
You have been searching and scouring the internet, as we talked about last time we got together. You've been hosting these online Zooms, making cocktails, doing some kitchen disasters and not so disasters, and having a blast every Friday on your social media pages for the last couple of months.
Well, I did burn myself. I mean, and some of these recipes that we even do cocktails with require some cooking down of berries with syrup, you know, that kind of thing. But just be careful. And I learned another lesson. My brother-in-law is an anesthesiologist in California, but I told him that I was so smart. I put on some aloe right after I burned myself. And he's like, no. You don't want the heat. You want the heat to escape. So putting ice on it or cold water is good. Don't put anything else on it. Just keep it clean and make sure that you don't do what I did. So anyway.
There will be no burns today, I'm hoping, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope. This is a delicious drink that you could make for your sober friends or Aunt Myrtle, whatever you want to do. But if you want to make it tipsy, we're going to make a tipsy spritzer with a little vodka today.
Okay. I'm all about the vodka. And this is a cranberry base, as we talked about, because everything, you know, holiday season, cranberries are just it. It's like the only time of year that cranberries actually get their moment in the sun, correct?
Yeah. I mean, you know, and it has a little orange juice. I said OJ orange juice. I slurred the two. Haven't been drinking yet. But so you could almost call this a breakfast cocktail, like to serve, I don't know, like Christmas brunch or something like that if you want. I mean, you know.
So bring it on. Let's get into this because we're both thirsty.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a year.
It's been a year.
Okay, so what you'll need, and again, I can convert this for y'all if you want to make a picture of them for you and your family members or your friends, depends on you. But or you can make it for the kids without the alcohol, obviously. Mm-hmm. But what you need is some orange juice, cranberry juice, either ginger ale, 7-Up, or Sprite. I'm going to be using some Sprite. Okay, you got the cranberry juice.
Yep.
And then you need some grenadine syrup, or like I'm going to use some roses here that you can find at the grocery store. See that? And I think you're just going to use some cherry syrup.
Grenadine. Yep.
Perfect. You want some cranberries for garnish, and maybe a little lemon for some garnish. But again, if you're going to garnish with a lemon, don't forget you got to kind of have it room temperature. Otherwise, it won't work so well. So mine's like halfway there. So we'll see how that turns out. And a little bit of rosemary too. So that'll add kind of like this herbaceous essence to it. Let's say that. I mean, definitely this is like a fall, winter type herb too. So, you know, that's going to be one of the ingredients that you need. So let's get go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
Okay. Either a shaker, or if you have, like I do, a mixing glass, because you want it cold and you want to make sure your ingredients are mostly cold too. So let's start with the OJ. So you need 1 3/4 ounce, 1.75 of your OJ. Whoops, it's a fresh OJ that's
fresh OJs for both of us today here, Corey.
Yeah, almost past its prime. So let's get that open and make sure. Yep, still smells okay. Doesn't smell like it's been in prison at all. Okay.
Good.
Okay, so let's see. This is 1.5 on this side. So let me just add another smudge of that. There's my OJ. And then let's go cranberry on this one. So again, 1.75, 1 3/4 ounce. And I'm using some Diet Ocean Spray, trying to cut back up because juice has a lot of calories in it.
It does.
And so, you know, do we need any more after being on lockdown as long as we have been? I don't know.
I'm with you.
Okay, so there we go. There's my 1 3/4 of cranberry juice.
Okay.
And then we're going to go with our ginger ale, which I think is what you're using, right? That would probably add a little bit of a spicy kick to it. I like that. But
are we shaking in the ginger ale?
Shaking it? No, don't do that. Oh, you mean like, are you talking about like before you put it in?
In the shaker, I mean. Are we going to shake it?
I mean, up to you. What has your past experience taught you?
I don't think I'm going to shake this. Yeah.
Okay. I feel you on that one. So 1.5 ounce of your bubbly soda.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't shake that either. That's smart on your part. You obviously got your rest. Okay, and then let's go with the vodka, 1.5 of the vodka as well. And, most cocktails I've found have like 1.5, 2, unless you're drinking a margarita, 3, 4 ounces of liquor.
Mhm.
But, okay, so what did I say? 1.5 of vodka. So, a little more, a little less, depending on who's drinking it, I suppose. And again, for the kids, none of that.
None of that.
None of that. And then we need the Grenadine or the Rose's Grenadine syrup or your Maraschino cherry syrup.
I'm just going to grab like a tablespoon or so off the top.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
There we go. That's probably
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty sweet too. So you do you. If you don't want it as sweet, obviously add a little less. So I'm just going to put a 1/4 ounce. I think that's on the other end of my jigger here. If I could see it. Yep, there it is. Okay. And this actually, I think I think this is, well, maybe it's just 1 drink. Maybe it's 2. We'll see. We'll find out together. Okay. We got all that in. And I'm just going to squeeze a little lemon in there.
Yeah. I'm going lime. I prefer lime over lemon, but either way, I think you're getting a nice citrus zing.
Yeah. And I mean, that almost makes yours almost a little bit more a relative of the Cosmo.
Yes.
It's kind of like a Shirley Temple. I mean, essentially it is. My dad used to make us special drinks on Sundays. Get them started early.
They wonder where we get it from, Corey, right?
Right. I mean, back in the days when you could do that kind of thing. Okay, then I'm going to mix mine up, get it nice and cold.
And I'm going to do a shake on mine with the ginger ale in the serving glass.
Okay.
So it's in a different glass. Where did I put my top? So I have a funny, my wife and I and my dad, we're fans of martinis. And so at the holidays this year, or at Thanksgiving, we made some martinis, really, really nice and dirty, lots of olive juice. And all of a sudden at the end of the night, we turn on the garbage disposal and we get this, we're like, what's down there? Turn it off. I reach my hand down, like you're not supposed to, but it's off. I reach my hand down there. I can't feel anything. Turn it back on. It was the top of our good shaker.
Oh no!
So it is mortally wounded, unfortunately. But we're in the backup shaker. This one's gonna have to do.
We both need to work on our shake and smile, like a little. What was that movie with Tom Cruise? Cocktail.
Cocktail. Yeah.
How could I forget? Okay, and I'm gonna garnish it with a little fresh rosemary. This is store-bought because my homegrown rosemary is looking very sad. I don't know if the weather fluctuations, if whatever. But
Corey, you tried homegrown rosemary. Give yourself a break. Come on here.
I know, and some fresh cranberries, which they still have in the grocery stores, by the way, because so that's what we're gonna garnish with, and maybe I'll try a little twist of lemon too. But I'm ready to pour. How about you?
I'm ready to pour too. I'm gonna go with the maraschino cherries, which you can do in place of the cranberries. Since I don't know what we're going to do with a jar of maraschino cherries, but we're certainly going to find out in this house. And I got
what else could? Well, you can put that in some bourbon too, and that would be nice.
Look at this.
Does it look good?
This looks like I think I could be Tom Cruise in cocktail. Look at this, Corey.
Okay, that looks delicious. It looks brilliant. Okay, I'm just going to put a little twist in there too for color. Cheers. Let's try it. Let's see how it tastes.
Cheers.
Okay. That's good. It's sweet, but it's good. So, I mean, you could just go a little less on that. Do you like it? I
feel like I want to be, that GIF that's circulating on the internet where Leonardo DiCaprio from, I think it's from Wolf of Wall Street, and he's just clapping.
Yeah.
I'm that GIF right now drinking this. This is...
It's good. It is sweet though. So, I mean, if it were me and it's me, I would probably put 2 ounces of vodka in there because I want it a little less sweet,
I think you could go 2 ounces of vodka, maybe a little less on the OJ, depending on your preference. That might be, that's sweetening it up quite a bit.
Yeah.
And even more lime or lemon. I mean, that's going to be a differentiate. But I want to talk about the rosemary too, because you mentioned this is another kind of, it's got that holiday feel to it, and it's something that we don't use all the time.
Right.
Have you made any other cocktails with rosemary like this?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But you know, I mean, part of your taste buds are connected to the smell, that sense too, right? Like all your
Right.
senses are connected. So I do think that it sort of adds a little something because you smell it as you're going in.
Oh
I
yeah.
think it's nice. I think it's nice. I mean, it is sweet. It is almost like a breakfast cocktail, but I agree with you. I would add a little bit more vodka. And if you wanted to do this as a pitcher of cocktails that you can pour for everybody, it calls for 2.5 cups of OJ, 2.5 cups of cranberry juice, 2 cups of ginger ale, 7-Up or Sprite, and then 2 cups of vodka, half a cup of the maraschino cherry juice or the roses, and then the juice of 1 large lemon. So one of these guys.
Maybe 2 on the lemons or the limes too, and I think that's going to give you that more of the zing. It's going to calm it down. But you're right, absolutely, on the rosemary, because you just put your nose, as you're sipping a
Yeah.
cocktail. This is stuff you don't think about every day, but you put your lips up to it. Your nose is right next to it, and you're just like.
I like the play-by-play. I like it.
Mmm. Mmm.
Yeah, that's delicious. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. I already forgot to garnish mine with the cranberries. Did I? Or did I put them in there? I guess I forgot. I got a little excited. Can't not have that. That's part of the fun.
Or the cherries, as it were. The cranberries won't, these are, I'm just going, cause there's a season to have maraschino.
Scandalous.
I mean, they're just so sweet too. So that might be something, just watching the sweetness factor.
Yeah. I mean, but that's a good thing about this and any recipe, really. I mean, it doesn't have to just be cocktails. You can just kind of play with it. Once you kind of get how the different balance of different things in cocktails, like I said, most cocktails have about 1.5 ounces of each liquor and then maybe 2 ounces if you're feeling frisky. But, I mean, it's kind of easy to figure out and make your own cocktail, but you can adjust this as you want.
And then a little bit of rosemary, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. But we'll just stick to rosemary in this. This is delicious, Corey.
You could use thyme.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the original recipe has, I mean, honestly, that's the thing. Aromatics, that's what they're called. You can use, thyme, you can use rosemary. I mean, if you have some growing in the backyard or in the house, now that the weather is turned on us, anything's going to work. Basil, that'd be good too.
Yeah. Well, Corey, a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season to you and your family.
And to you.
This is going to be the best Christmas breakfast ever.
Yes.
Making it cranberry, making it tipsy, making it absolutely delicious with that rosemary is what takes it over the top, Corey.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll connect again in the new year, maybe something a little less tipsy.
Okay, let's do that.
Cheers.